The topic is on the topic of using artificial intelligence technologies for automating the conducting and checking of dictations. Please welcome Olga Pronin to present.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Olga. I'm docent at the Department of Computer Science at Higher Education Institute, Azov State Technical University, Dnipro, Mariupol, Ukraine. I'm very glad to take part in the conference and thank to the organizer for the panel to perform online. Together with my colleague, we often report these topics using artificial intelligence technologies for automating the consulting the checking of distinctions. Students can receive education from anywhere in the world, not limited by their place of residence, not having to travel to study or more on to another city, reduce transportation and living costs. So, in addition to traditional learning, the Department for Distance Learning and Online Learning is growing. Learning becomes more personalized. We study the expansion of the other authors, more details about this in the article. The COVID-19 pandemic also showed the need and effectiveness of online learning, when educational instruction around the world were forced to switch to distance learning in order to continue the education process under recommended conditions. This experience has become very important for supporting education during the war in Ukraine. Today, there are already many educational platforms such as Coursera, Udemy, and others. Today, people of all ages are improving their technology, understanding, retraining, and improving their skill. However, the needs, age, and editions of studies vary. So, the organization, development, implementations, and research of various education systems in a topical taste. Thanks to artificial intelligence technologies, it is possible to automate a number of learning processes, as well as make learning more individual. This is especially true in the context of distance learning. One of the forms of learning that requires special support in distance learning is distensions. To organize distensions, the following processes need to be automated: reading, sorting the text, and compiling the text typed by the students with the source text. Our work is devoted to the process of the conduct and verification of distinctions throughout the development of a learning system using artificial intelligence technologies. The purpose of this work is to insight the effectiveness of distinctions in distance learning by developing and implementing multi-user web-based learning system, which will faculty launch learning through the intensive distinctions. In general, the process of information processing in the web-based training system for condition and checking distinction includes the following stage. Preliminary processing of the distinction text, converting the source text of the distinction from a text format into an audio format in natural language, compression of the text resource from the use with the source text, additional error analysis. Before a compilation of speech synthesis library from Microsoft, Google, Amazon for their use in the Ukrainian language was carried out. It was determined the Google development library has the best indicator for the quality of runs, legibility, corrections of stress, and intonation. So the Google Cloud Text-to-Speech AI library was selected for furniture use. Cloud service that turns text into systemized speech. Since the systematizer from Google was closed and the main tool, it is converted to the use other from the same developer. So the Google Cloud Storage service was chosen to store objects. This is a service for storing objects in cloud storage. The Google Div mass-path library was chosen as a method for text compression and error detection. The library compressions and described in more detail in the article. Additionally, error analysis is implemented using artificial intelligence Google Vertex AI. Google Vertex AI is a powerful and unified machine learning platform. The system of the two types of user roles, teacher and studies. They're functional for users and are described and more detailed in the article. The learning system can be used for self-education. In this case, the use has all the function of a teacher. The use of the training system is expected in the distantial format. In this case, students should have access to the system from anywhere at any conversion time. So the system interface is enabled to be web-oriented and modern web technologies are required for implementation. The development to the learning system used programming technology, JavaScript, Next.js, CSS, Tailwind CSS, TypeScript. When a user first opens a web application, they see the home page, figure 2. To create a new dictation, you need to click the button Create Dictation in the right correct. This will open the page for creating a new dictation figure 2. When creating a dictation, the teacher can adjust the text playbox speed. If logged in as a user with the role of a student, then on the dictation webin page, he will not have the opportunity to see its text, but they will be the button Start Dictation. If you click it, the student will go to the dictation writing page, figure 3. After the dictation is writing, the student clicks the button Submit and goes to the page for viewing the result of his dictation. The development training system also allows conduction and checking dictation not only in English but also in Ukrainian. An example of automatic checking of such dictant is shown in the figure 4. Additionally, both the teacher and the student can generate an AI review from Google Vertex AI using the button Generate AI Review for English text. Such an example is given in the article. The modern information technologies, especially artificial intelligence tools, allow to increase the efficiency of training. Thanks to the introduction of AI, it is possible to automate the conduct and checking of distinction for distance learning. A prototype of a web-oriented educational system was developed with the following functions and models. Register system, student and teacher use interface, dictation text management, Google text-to-speech integration, error checking with Google Div mass-path library and Google Vertex AI. Such a learning system in the form of an online platform will allow students to take the session online at a time and place conversion for them. This is especially important for those students who cannot attend traditional classes for various reasons. The development prototypes show that AI can be used to the automatically checking paper, which significantly speeds up the assessment process. Machine learning algorithms are able to recording errors in spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Speech technologies can be used for text extension. This allows students to listen to the dictation to real time via the internet. Also, the introduction of AI technology allows for detailed feedback, pointing out specific errors and offering explanations. This helps students better understand their mistake and improve their skill. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Olha. Does anyone have a question for the speaker?
I have a question to you. If the students are performing their dictation in asynchronic way, so this means they are not at the same time with the teacher, are there any mechanisms that protect from student using some other AI tool, for example, the dictation IO, for performing this dictation, so that they don't write it themselves, but use some other program to write it for them?
Thank you. Thank you for your question. In web system, students listen dictation online, only online. That time when writing on his computer, and time for writing and dictation, it's limited. Only that we do.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Any question? So I have a question for you. Does the system perform syntactic analysis of sentences? And if not, how is sentence analysis conducted?
The system analyzes error and punctuation. Now, for English text, with Google AI analyzes all text, all with mistake. Another analysis nothing have.
Thank you for your answer. Any questions? So, thank you, Olha.
Thank you very much.
Our next presentation explores the development of an information diagnostic online smart platform based on the adoption of an open source virtual learning environment. Presenting this topic is Olga Pavlova. Our next presentation is Information Diagnostic Online Smart Platform based on the adoption of an open source virtual learning environment. Presenting this topic is Olga Pavlova. Olga.
Hello, dear colleagues. Let me share my screen.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Let me start. Dear colleagues, my name is Olga Pavlova. I am Associate Professor of Computer Engineering and Information Systems Department of Khmelnytsky National University. Let me introduce the Information Diagnostic Online Smart Platform based on the adaptation of an open source virtual learning environment. My colleague Tatiana Hovorushenko, Sergei Lysenko, Irina Zasornova, Artem Boyarchuk, Mariusz Mazurkevich, and I have been working on this project together. From the end of 2022, Khmelnytsky National University team is a member of Erasmus Plus Smart PL project, a personalized model of student learning based on the virtual learning environment of intelligent tutoring, learning without limits, or the abbreviation is Smart PL. This research is conducted in the framework of Smart PL project and co-founded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. Feedback is a key aspect of the development of any learning platform. Information and diagnostic online platforms allow individualized learning. They provide an opportunity to assess the level of learning. Adaptation to the individual needs of users ensures the effectiveness of the learning process. At the beginning of the project, a working group of Khmelnytsky National University conducted a survey among university academic society, students and academic staff on practice of implementing an individualized approach to studying at the university. One of the questions given to the students was, do you consider that your university applies personalized approach for tasks and test compilation? The results of the survey are given on the slide. 46.4% of respondents say yes. Say no. Almost 30% say yes, and 23.6% say that it is difficult for them to answer. Since the students are the main stakeholders in the educational process, it is relevant to find out their personal needs to be able to adjust the educational process and materials for them. Therefore, it is a need in development of the information diagnostic online smart platform that will contain different tests to learn students' skill level. The methodology that has been taken into account includes inclusive learning environment that is giving teachers assistance and support, focusing on abilities but not disabilities, teachers learning to expand their skills, connecting with individual learning styles, honoring the needs of all students equally, nurturing shared respect and empathy, celebrating diversity and individuality, valuing other cultures and perspectives, all students learning together, and also the approach that has been taken into account was the intercultural understanding, since the participants of the project are universities from different European countries, and we need to take into account some cultural peculiarities of all the students that participate in the program. And we decided to maybe compile this the intercultural understanding framework that consists of three main parts, such as recognizing culture and developing respect, interacting and empathizing with others, and reflecting on intercultural experiences and taking responsibility that include several steps that need to be taken. Therefore, the proposed system needs to be designed according to the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Here we can see the architecture of the developed system that We can see that the users' roles are divided by the three parts. The first part is unregistered users or guests that need to be registered, and only after that they can have the role either of either student or educator, just guest access doesn't allow to see the functionality and content of the system. For registered user, they need to log in or do the authentication process. And for students, they have such maybe functions in the system as they can pass diagnostic test, then choose educational content according to personal needs, take the course, view performance analysis, view the system's recommendations for educational materials, set personal educational goals, track the progress towards already set goals, get feedbacks from experts and other students, provide feedbacks for the other students, discuss topics on a discussion forum, and get assistance from the educators and support staff via help desk. The educator or expert can create a course, upload course content, then edit the course, facilitate discussion on the discussion forum, provide feedback to the administrator, provide feedback to students on incorrect answers or areas that need to be improved, then track students' progress, provide assistance via help desk, provide tutorials, frequently asked question lists, and resources for students' self-help and troubleshooting common issues, and get assistance from the supporting staff, i.e. from the administrator. And administrator has the following functions in the system as management of this smart platform, create course templates with intuitive design, manage user access permission, provide feedbacks for educators and students, manage discussion forum, provide assistance for educators and students, and provide frequently asked questions on platform using for educators and students. And as a result, we developed such a system, taking Moodle as a basis and adapted it to the needs and requirements of the project. Here we can see the main window of the program or the dashboard and the login form. To log in, students just need to enter their username and password, and then they go to their personal page when they have the list of available courses according to their test analysis, and they can view the list of courses that they have already taken or the list of courses that are in progress. And also they can read about the learning outcomes of all the courses, and also about the aim of the test, and to pass the test, to make sure that the course fits for them or is appropriate to their knowledge and needs. And as a conclusion, in the case of this study, user requirements, permissions, and system architecture for the information diagnostic online smart platform based on the adaptation of an open source virtual learning environment were developed. This platform is proposed to provide a comprehensive, flexible, and adaptive learning environment that caters to diverse needs of students in higher education. The personalized learning approach proposed in this platform is increasingly relevant in today's educational landscape. It addresses the unique needs, preferences, and learning styles of each student, thereby enhancing engagement, motivation, and academic performance. By offering tailored educational experiences, personalized learning ensures that students can progress at their own pace, focusing on areas where they need the most support and leveraging their strengths. In conclusion, the Information Diagnostic Online Smart Platform represents a forward-thinking solution that aligns with the principles of personalized learning. It not only enhanced the educational experience for students, but also supports educators in delivering high-quality, tailored instructions. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, you are welcome.
Any questions? I have a question for you. How does a smart platform ensure personalization education process for students with special educational needs?
Actually, this is like the same problem. The Moodle platform on its like base form doesn't allow to provide the content for students with visual impairment. However, for other students, it perfectly fits because since it is online and teachers can upload their micro-credential courses and students can take the courses in their like free time without any pressure according to their personal preferences and needs. We think that it is relevant and it is apt for students with all special educational needs.
Thank you. And one more question. Your planned implementation artificial intelligence tool for analysis education process.
Yes, sure. It is like the next step of our that is in development. We would like not teachers like human beings, but artificial intelligence evaluated the results of the students like pass or not pass the course to make this procedure more like clear and not biased. However, it is still not biased because the teachers are from different countries, from different universities, and we do not see the names of the students. So, yeah, implementation of artificial intelligence is in our plans. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
It just caught me with the previous answer about the bias. You said that anyway, your methodology is not biased because you have teachers from different countries and from different universities. Well, in my opinion, it just adds more dimensions to bias. Would you agree with that?
Actually, it's a bit difficult question to answer because when we have a human, it's always about bias somehow. So if we eliminate human from the check-in process, it will be a little bit more maybe clear for everyone and equal for everyone. However, we cannot eliminate human from the system because the content is created by humans, not by the artificial intelligence. So we use courses that are created by the authors, by the teachers from different universities, and the only moment where we can apply some artificial intelligence models is just to check the results.
Okay, thank you very much. And then I come to my question. To make it unbiased, you have to have a method to measure bias or the proportion of bias. How would you measure bias?
Actually, it is the topics for the next research, because this platform hasn't been tested yet. We just have courses. We developed the platform. It exists. However, we haven't applied it on a full cycle of students groups or something like that. So we need to conduct the tests, the experiments. We need to register real users for them to be able to see the courses, to apply for them. And after that, we will be able to see the statistics. We will be able to test the process of students, of cooperation with students, of interaction with students. And we think that only after that moment we will be able to measure bias, to apply some metrics. However, now it is just the beginning of the implementation, so we cannot answer this question clearly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Olga. And the final presentation in this session is on the topic mechanism for using artificial intelligence for measurements in the educational online environment. Please welcome Evgenia Revenko.
Thank you. Yes, we can start. No? Okay, do you see the presentation?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good morning, dear colleagues. Today I'm presenting our study on mechanism for using artificial intelligence for measurements in the educational online environment conducted at Kherson State University. Today we will explore how AI technologies can not only personalize the learning experience, but also helps to evaluate student engagement, focus, motivation, in distance learning environments. So next slide, please. Okay, with the shift to remote learning due to the war in Ukraine, Kherson State University and other relocated institutions face new challenges. Maintaining student engagement, ensuring their presence during classes, and facilitating meaningful interaction between students and educators. Traditional methods of measuring students' involvement are often insufficient in the virtual context, where educators must rely on nonverbal cues and fragmented communication. So this situation calls for the application of AI to address these gaps, especially in understanding and measuring students' behavior, attention, and readiness for feedback. The key problem we aimed to address was whether AI could be effectively used to monitor and measure these factors in real time, helping educators maintain quality education despite the physical distance. The next. Higher education institutions are within their policies and regulatory documents regarding the introduction and use of AI in the educational process, in teaching and learning, and creating instructions, rule, procedures for using AI. In particular, our university has developed and implemented in the educational process general policies for the use of AI in learning, teaching, and research, which regulate the main direction, methods, and ways of effectively applying information technologies related to AI by participants of the educational process. And next slide, please. Thank you. The aim of our research is to explore the mechanisms through which AI can be applied to measure student engagement and attention in online educational environments. Specifically, we sought to test the capabilities of AI to provide real-time insights based on visual data, focusing on students' behavior such as attention, interaction, and feedback during classes. The research objectives to characterize the attention of students, their engagement, and readiness for feedback by employing screen captures of images from lessons, to systemize and analyze the obtained results and problem areas in the characteristic provided by artificial intelligence, and to outline the direction for further research on the use of AI in measurements in the educational online environment. The next slide. At Kherson State University, we have identified a three-tiered system to optimize our online learning environment. The first tier focuses on identifying students who join online classes. This ensures that the right students are present and counted. The second tier involves keeping students engaged during the lessons, helping to maintain their attention and active participation. And lastly, the third tier focuses on gathering feedback from students after each class. This allows lecturers to continuously improve the quality of their lessons based on real-time individual assessment through the anonymous. Together, the system offers a comprehensive approach to improving the effectiveness of online education by addressing students' presence, engagement, and feedback. The next slide. Currently, 2 out of the 3 tiers of this system are functioning effectively at our university. The first tier, student identification, is managed through a series of corporate systems, such as Zoom, KSU Online, and KSU-24, and our internal email platform. These tools ensure that every student's attendance is properly recorded and verified. The third tier feedback also works well. After each class, students provide anonymous evaluations through the KSU-24 platform, where they can rate the class on a 5-point scale. The feedback helps lecturers adjust their teaching style, improve course content, and apply new teaching methods. However, there are some challenges. Some students, particularly those serving in the armed forces or in occupied territories, are unable to join the classes in real time, and also a number of students use profile photos instead of live video during online classes, which makes visual identification difficult. The next slide, please. The second tier, which focuses on student engagement, presents a greater challenge. Engagement is a complex and multifaceted issue, particularly in the online setting. It is difficult for lecturers to monitor the attention of every student during live sessions, especially when many students are represented by profile pictures rather than video. To address this challenge, we are looking at ways to incorporate AI into the learning process. AI offers promising solutions to monitor student engagement by tracking indicators such as attention, concentration, interaction, and even emotional responses. By using AI tools, we can better assess how students are engaging with lesson content and each other during Zoom classes. This allows us to gain to gain deeper insights into student behavior, which will be impossible to track manually. By combining the AI with personalized learning approaches, we aim to minimize the risks associated with distant learning. This will lead to an improved educational experience, allowing us to enhance student participation and learning outcomes. With the context set, okay, let's move on to the technology we have selected. For our study, we opted to use ChatGPT. This decision was driven by several factors. The first one and the main one is accessibility. ChatGPT is one of the most accessible AI tool, very available and free of charge. Multimodal capabilities. The latest version of ChatGPT can process both text and images, which is essential when analyzing visual data like screenshots from classes, and speed and affordability. The system allowed us to quickly gather insights and at a low cost, making it a perfect choice for an institution under financial constraints due to the war. The next slide. Once we had chosen the AI tool, we moved on to the process of data collection. We focused on Zoom sessions since it's the primary platform used at our university for distance learning. During these sessions, we took screenshots of students' images at regular intervals, specifically every 6 to 7 minutes, and this allowed us to capture real-time snapshots of student engagement during the lessons. So then we have submitted them to ChatGPT, asking to provide a visual analysis of each student attention, engagement, and readiness for feedback. In total, we collected 73 group images, which contained multiple students each, and from this, the AI generated 343 individual characteristics that assess each student's attention, engagement, and readiness for feedback. The next slide, please. AI tools such as ChatGPT demonstrated an ability to provide basic assessments for student engagement through visual analysis. However, the system often encountered limitation, particularly related to the privacy and ethical restriction. These limitations prevented the AI from processing large data sets or conducting long-term analysis. The next slide, please. In some instances, instead of providing individualized analysis, the AI gave us a generalized summary for all students in the image rather than specific feedback for each participant. The next. One issue that the AI could not distinguish between real-time video feeds and static pictures. In some cases, students using profile pictures or avatars were analyzed as if they were live participants. At certain times, when the image shows a black screen with a name tag instead of student's face, the AI provides characteristic inertia from memory based on the previous images. So as you can see, despite some promising initial results, several challenges arose. Nevertheless, the study provides some insights into the potential and limitations of current AI tools in educational settings. The next slide. As we look towards the future of higher education, it is clear that personalized learning and the integration of AI will play an increasingly important role. And current research suggested that we need to explore how AI can help measure key indicators that influence the student motivation, faculty engagement, and overall quality assurance in education. Rather than focusing solely on isolated aspects like exams and assessments, AI offers the potential to evaluate the entire learning process. This would provide a more comprehensive understanding of how students learn and engage in real time. The next slide. Yes. Looking ahead, future research could focus on. Can you please Can you please back to the previous slide? Yes, thank you. Looking ahead, future research could focus on several key areas where AI can make a significant impact. Analyzing video recording of educational sessions to assess specific criteria like attention level, interaction, body language, and even psychological responses like breathing and blinking rates. Using AI to generate detailed analytical reports on learning outcomes or survey results, helping institutions to better understand student progress. Developing AI-driven applications that could support personalized student-centered learning by adapting educational content based on individual student needs. The next slide. Thank you. There are existing tools such as Face Reader and iMotions that offer promising potential for further research in this area. Face Reader, for example, can detect students' motion and analyze facial expression during classes, and iMotion focuses on analyzing audio signals like speech and voice tones to evaluate student engagement. And in conclusion, an AI holds significant potential to transform the educational process, particularly in remote and hybrid learning environments. As seen from the research, AI can provide valuable insights into student engagement and attention. However, there are still obstacles to overcome before these tools can be fully integrated into everyday educational process. The future of education will see a great interaction of AI tools, and it is essential for us educators and researchers to continue explore and refine these technologies. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Eugenia.
Thank you very much. Could you please return back to the slide with the measurements of your performance? I mean, the AI tool performance. Yeah, here. One slide ahead. No. Yeah, the diagrams in blue. Here. What does what do these diagrams mean? What does 38, 36, 17, and 9% mean?
This diagram shows the percentage of the errors that arise during the image analysis during the classes.
Is it somehow related to the objectives of your research? You mentioned before that one of the objectives was to measure the involvement and motivation of your students. What is the reliability of those measurements of involvement and motivation? How do you measure motivation, for instance?
First of all, this research is initial, and we will continue to study, but on this moment, I didn't represent it on the slides, but we have also some promising results during using the ChatGPT. Now I show the most common errors because they arose every time during the analysis. And how we can measure the motivation, probably we should also engage some, not only IT specialists or administration, but probably also psychologists to properly analyze the facial expressions, because as you can see, ChatGPT can be mistaken sometimes.
Okay, sorry for interrupting you. Could you please return forward to the picture with the face of one of your students?
Oh.
Is this guy motivated or not? In your opinion?
My opinion, absolutely motivated, but it's
absolutely, especially in the left side of his face.
Yes, but you know, it's a screenshot from Face Reader app. We would like to
just use it as an example for your personal assessment of the motivation level of this organism, you know?
Okay, so I will also tell a bit more about Face Reader. So
yeah, please tell this student that he was overly motivated.
okay. So we will be happy to use some more advanced tools like Face Reader or iMotions, but unfortunately we don't have such a big amount of money to conduct the bigger researchers using Face Reader and iMotion. So we have to explore something that is affordable for us for now. So we use ChatGPT. Why we conducted that research? Because we have to ensure the quality of education and to ensure that students should be not only presented during the classes, they should have some attention and yes, be motivated probably. Can we assess the motivation? Probably yes, using more advanced tools like Face Reader or iMotions, for example. But ChatGPT is developed on a daily basis, so probably we can use also this tool. And
do you know that ChatGPT is gender biased, race biased, and occupation biased?
Can you repeat, please?
ChatGPT, even the latest version, is gender biased, race biased, occupation biased. That has been checked in the most recent research.
Well, it could be so. Is it proven?
There are several experimental studies which prove it by measuring.
So, thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you for
Okay,
your
just
insights.
take a look.
We
One more question, if you please allow me. You mentioned at the beginning of your talk that you also use traditional ways of assessing the students' feedback. How much reliable is the feedback by students on the quality of the courses taught at your university?
Pretty reliable because it's fully anonymous. And we conducted these feedbacks after each class.
What is the proportion of students who normally answer your questionnaires?
100% of students should answer the questions.
That's like in the armed forces of Ukraine, I believe.
It's not an option for them. They should do this survey after each class.
Are you sure they do that in a proper way, not just check the boxes?
I hope so. I don't know.
How could you check it? Has this feedback been evaluated for the truthfulness?
Well, the only way that we can ensure it's an anonymous process of that, but
this is not the evaluation of truthfulness and reliability. This is just a prerequisite for students to be engaged.
We just, I don't know, we just can hope that they answer in a proper way.
Okay.
I don't know, I can answer your question because I need to think some time.
Okay, let's return back to this question later on. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have a question about engagement based on the screenshots. There is the possibility that some internet connection may influence appearance of students on video included into the research. So sometimes we might have bad internet connections and student is present, but he can't switch on the video, or with blackouts, there are frequent situations with problems with video. Is it included as an error measurement or whatever?
Yes, we included it as a using profile picture.
Is
during the
it
study.
seen as being engaged or as being
No.
not engaged?
Absolutely not. We don't consider us as being engaged. However, not fully engaged, but we can. Now I'll answer in another way. He or she can be engaged, but we can't evaluate that in a proper way because we don't have any measurements for that.
Might there be some other forms of interaction? For example, using some kind of verbal, textual messages which check whether students are engaged, whether they give answers. For example, a lecturer gives a lecture and from time to time asks some kind of questions where all students must write in the chat. During the lecture, some kind of yes or no, some pretty short question, or some including some survey questions during the lecture, so that we see whether they listen to the teacher.
Yes, it could be, but normally during the classes, students are using their voice to answer the question rather than typing, especially rather than typing just yes or no answers.
That's pretty difficult then to see who is saying yes or no, especially with big groups, like it's lecture around 60, 90 students at the lecture, and that's.
But
maybe you can add a survey question.
You can turn this feature when the speaker say something, it will appear on a big screen. So you can
when
see
they are all
who is
talking
speaking.
together.
It's not allowed to talking together.
Well, that's yes with a yes when you're asking for something yes or no question, that there could be.
No, we don't ask such a simple questions
Okay.
during the,
Okay.
the classes at our university.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry, it would be a difficult question anyhow. But do you really think that, for example, myself as a professor should care about any engagement of any student sitting in my audience?
Yes.
If they are motivated, they are engaged.
I truly believe that you should care about it because their engagement depends on the quality, probably somehow, of the quality of your lessons, not only your, but also of another lecturers. So the engagement could be the indicator of the quality of your lessons, your classes.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
That would be a discussion. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, we are coming to the end of our conference. Thank you for your participation.